Guys, welcome back to another video of Keeping Up with Shiloh and Utility Devotions. So today we are going to be speaking a bit on relationships, and we'll be in the book of Mark chapter 10 verses 1 to 9. So you can pause, take a read, and let's get straight into it. So we need to be real. These days people give up on relationships like really fast. One argument, one misunderstanding, one inconvenience, and it's bye-bye, I'm gone, right? But then here Jesus flips that mindset completely, right? When he talks about marriage in Mark 10, he points back to God's original design. He basically says this isn't a random connection. God is involved in this. And then he drops this line. He says, what God has joined together, let no one separate. Right? So this hits deeper than just marriage. It's about how we treat relationships that God has placed in our lives. Some connections aren't accidental, right? They're intentional. And we need to realize that God put them there for a reason. But here's another problem. We have pride, ego, and unforgiveness that messes up everything. So instead of fixing things, we cut people off, right? And instead of talking it out, we shut down, and slowly what God meant to be strong starts to fall apart, right? So real talk is that healthy relationships take work, and it's not always vibes and laughter. Sometimes it's hard conversations, choosing to forgive, and staying when it can be easier to leave. And I'm not saying to stay in a toxic relationship or harmful situation, but if it means that you don't walk up, it just means that you don't walk away because you get uncomfortable, right? So if you know that God has placed someone in your life, don't treat that connection lightly, right? Protect it, be intentional, and be willing to fight to fix whatever the little problem might be. Fight for it in the right way, right? Because at the end of the day, what God builds is always worth keeping. So keep that friendship, keep that relationship, keep that bond, whatever it might be, right? Once you know that God has placed that person in your life, just continue to value and cherish that. And that's the little message I have for you guys today. I'll see you all tomorrow. Please go for our next devotional. Bye.